It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Friday, the 2nd of May. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather will be unsettled today and tomorrow. From time to time, we'll have rain. From time to time, we'll have a thunderstorm, maybe a strong storm in spots, especially this afternoon and this evening. And again, many questions about outdoor events going on. So let's see if we can answer those questions. This is the current upper air look, which often tells a pretty good story. And again, we have a broad trough axis north and west of the state and a southwest flow aloft here. And that's obviously a fairly wet, unsettled pattern for May. We'll check the radar early this morning, and most of Alabama quiet. There are a couple of really small showers over the northern third of the state, but the more organized rain well to the west, parts of Arkansas and Oklahoma. But the rain chances will increase later today. We are in the 60s in most spots to start the day. Birmingham and Mobile at 70. We're expecting highs in the low and mid-80s again today. However, the weekend will be noticeably cooler. We'll check the watch warning map early this morning. We have a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of southern Oklahoma and extreme north Texas. And there's a broad risk of severe storms today defined from Texas up into parts of the northeast United States. And SPC is actually upgraded North Alabama to a level 3 out of 5 risk. And that seems a little overly aggressive to us, but we'll take a look at modeling here in just a second. But no doubt there could be a few strong storms around later today and early tonight. And then tomorrow, there's a very low-end marginal risk of severe storms, level 1 out of 5. And again, we're just not concerned about severe storms tomorrow. The air should be pretty cool and stable. And then on day 3, which is Sunday, a marginal risk to the east over parts of South Carolina, eastern Georgia, up toward Cape Fear, North Carolina. So this is the rain for the next 7 days. Numbers are coming up. This is valid through Friday morning of next week, and this is suggesting the little bullseye down around Mobile, that yellow spot down there, that's 4 inches. For most of North Alabama, rain amounts between 2 and 3 inches. Southeast Alabama around Dothan around 1 inch. And again, we're starting to see signs that the latter half of next week now could be wet, as the look is a little different next week. But certainly we'll see some pretty decent rains today and tomorrow. At times, we stress, not a just total washout kind of thing. So let's break it down, model fans. This is the GFS, the 06C run, 4 o'clock today. And again, you can see a positive tilt trough well to the north and west. And down below that, there's really no strong surface low anywhere. There's a surface boundary stretched from near Detroit down to about Dallas-Fort Worth, well to the north and west of here. And we stay in a soupy, humid air mass. So let's go to high-resolution modeling, and you know my disclaimer here. The radar is not going to look exactly like that, but something like this. This is the HRR model, HRRR, high-resolution rapid refresh, and this is valid at 22Z. That's 5 o'clock local time today, 5 o'clock this afternoon. And you can see a pretty good chunk of central and south Alabama with no rain at all. But the HRR is suggesting there will be an organized batch of rain and storms coming across the northern third of the state late this afternoon. Here's a look at the instability. And these numbers are not overwhelming for early May, but certainly the air will be unstable, no doubt about that. Surface-based capes generally in the 1,000 to 2,000 kilogram per cubic meter range there. And again, the wind dynamics are just weak. This is the SRH, the storm relative felicity. The better wind values are north of Alabama. Down here, just not much to speak of at all. It's much like the maps we showed you yesterday, and sure enough, yesterday we had basically no severe weather. And again, we're just not overly concerned. But having said that, again, during the peak of the daytime heating process, late this afternoon, this evening, some of the storms that form could produce some pretty strong gusty winds and maybe some small hail, and we'll watch them carefully. But again, we want to stress that it will not rain all day today, and it's not going to rain all night tonight. And you can see the better chance of the organized rain and storms this evening will be across the northern half of the state. South Alabama, certainly a chance of showers, but not as widespread. So what about tomorrow? Got a relatively weak surface low that's over West Virginia and that front approaching the northwest corner of Alabama. So let's go to high-resolution modeling. This is the high-resolution herd. This is valid tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central Time. And I would suggest the rain will be a little more widespread tomorrow compared to today. But on the positive side, the air will be more stable. It's going to be a cooler day, highs in the low and mid-70s. So, again, I'm just not concerned about severe storms tomorrow. But clearly, we're going to see periods of rain tomorrow, maybe some thunder. And then this is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock local time. And at that point, the better rains are east and south of Birmingham. If you are north and west of Birmingham, the rain should be over by then. I would suggest if you're in northwest Alabama, the bulk of the rain should be over by 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the afternoon. But still raining tomorrow night places like Auburn, Opelika, Dothan, Troy, down toward Foley. And then all that will be over by probably midnight tomorrow night. And the Sunday looks good. Sunday should be a dry day. A good dry slot comes in here, the sky becoming mostly sunny. We start the day in the 50s, the high in the 70s on Sunday. Very nice. Monday, the morning's going to be cool. Many spots will be in the 40s over the northern half of the state. Very refreshing. The high Monday will be in the 70s. And upper low is spinning away north of the state. There could be a few showers over Tennessee and Kentucky, but that should stay north of here. The day partly to mostly sunny. This is Tuesday. We're still dry, but there's a wave off to the west. And again, the GFS wants to bring in some rain by Wednesday of next week. And the European is coming around to this solution. This time, the European's catching up to the GFS. So we are going to introduce a chance of rain on Wednesday, a chance of showers on Thursday as well. And a week from today, this is Friday, May 9th, you can see a trough off to the west. And once again, the weather looks relatively wet. So for now, the weather looking dry Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then we bring back a chance of rain at times Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. And that's the reason the numbers have been coming up on that 7-day rain guidance. Let's keep going. This is 10 days out. This is Sunday, May 11th, and we've still got this upper low that's centered just west of Memphis. And we've seen a lot of looks here, but if this look verifies, we'd have to maintain the chance of showers right on through that weekend, the weekend of May 10th and May 11th. So this is rain for the next 15 days. This is for Birmingham, coming off the European ensemble. And the mean of the ensemble members is the green line on that chart, and it keeps coming up. The mean is now about 3.5 inches between now and the 17th of May. Temperatures off the NBM National Blend of Models. If this works out, today could be the last day in the 80s for a while. 84 today, low 70s tomorrow and Sunday, and again 50 Monday morning, but away from the city, many places over North Alabama will see 40s. And then for the rest of next week, highs mostly mid to upper 70s. And the latest long-range guidance, May 9th through May 15th, temperatures near or a little below average. So we had a couple of cases where storms produced some small hail yesterday. A lot of places had no rain at all, but this was the bigger issue yesterday and last night. And again, most of the hail was very small. We had some in the southern part of the Birmingham metro. In fact, this is some of the hail that was coming down at Leeds, just east of Birmingham last night. And remember, to be severe, the hail has to be 1 inch in diameter or larger. And really, the only case of that I saw statewide was down around Monroeville. We had a pretty good hail core there for a brief time. But really, things were pretty quiet yesterday and last night. And I kind of expect the same thing later today and this evening. Maybe a little bit of hail, strong gusty winds, but it's not really a classic severe weather setup. But hey, after the showers, we had some dandy, delightful rainbows in the Alabama sky yesterday. I mean, some of these things late yesterday were very, very vivid. Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Really, really nice scenes. And boy, for the sky watchers, it was a bonanza. Check this out. We had some immodest clouds. I love that shot over that field right there. That was taken down in central Alabama late yesterday. And then we had a really good sunset. I mean, it was just great for those like me that like to watch the sky. Tell people all the time, sometimes the best thing to do is to put that phone down and just look up. You've got a great show there. But the scenes in the sky were just absolutely amazing. So again, I got no school program today. We're going to be I'll be headed south on a road trip. I'll be down in Destin just very briefly later today, and tomorrow I'll be speaking to a large medical group there to early tomorrow morning, then coming right back. But there's obviously no book signing tomorrow and no school program today, but we'll be back on the road with all the school programs next week. It is jam-packed, but I will be producing another afternoon video here today. So we'll have the afternoon video coming up later today. I do believe I'll be on television this evening at 10 o'clock. I think I'm doing the weather live down at Destin tonight from the beach. That'll be a lot of fun, so if you can see us then. Of course, back in full force Monday, 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a marvelous Friday, and God bless.